Why did slavery happen? Why did that happen? You know for sure? Baruch 4 and 6, I believe that's what I want. So you'll witness that this happened to us, right? This is slavery, right? Right. We're going to find out because we went to schools, they show us movies in schools like Roots, so on and so forth, but they'll show us to where we degraded, but they never would show us or tell us why this happened to us. So we always just think like, man, why this happened to us? Why did it happen to the Chinese people? Why did it happen to the Portuguese? Why did it happen to none of them? Why only the blacks and Hispanics and natives? We're going to find out. Let's find out. Read what you got.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
Ye were sold to the nations.
It says, ye were sold to the nations. Were we sold to the nations?
Yeah.
What other people were sold to the nations?
I don't know.
You don't know? Because it was nobody else. Only us.
Right.
Only us, right? So it says we were sold to the nations. Read.
Not for your destruction.
It wasn't for our destruction. You know how we know that? Because we still here today. We're still here today, so we knew it wasn't for our destructions. Because okay, let me ask you one more thing. You got a dog?
No.
You got any animals?
No.
All right, okay. Let's say you had an animal, right?
I had one before.
You had one before, right? So that animal was in your possession, right? You fed them, did whatever you had to do, right? What would stop you from hurting or getting rid of that dog if you wanted to? Would anything stop you from doing that? No! So they could have easily destroyed us. But the Bible says it wasn't what?
Not for your destruction.
It wasn't for our destruction. That's what it was for. Read.
But because ye moved God to wrath.
It said, but because we moved God to wrath. What does wrath mean?
I mean, we was in power, right?
Nah. What else?
I don't know.
It means we made God angry.
That's right.
We made God angry. How do we make God angry? What is going on? Read. That's what I want. Read.
Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies.
So because we made God angry, he delivered us to the enemies. How did we get delivered? We got scattered on boats. 4 corners of the earth. Jamaica, Haiti, so the Dominican Republic. So all the way from the east over to America. That was us. Read.
Verse 7, for ye provoked him that made you by sanctifying unto devils.
By what?
By sanctifying unto devils. Excuse me.
Read it right.
Sacrificing unto devils.
It said we were sacrificing unto devils. You got an idea what that means?
Shit, that means that was the devil who was given to him.
We were sacrificing unto devils, like literally, we're sacrificing our children and stuff like that, but that's also going into, when you look up today, how do we sacrifice unto devils today? By keeping the customs of the other nations,
right.
By keeping Easter, Christmas,
right.
So on and so forth. Their religions, all the way to the point of wearing crosses, chains, all these things. That's how we sacrifice to devils. Right. That's how we sacrifice to devils. And let me ask you a question. We understand, we are here to show our people why, because we've been destroyed. Our people don't know why they do certain things that they do. Now let me ask you something. What's the purpose of that up chain on your neck? What's the purpose of that?
It represents my family, man.
What's your family?
It's me, the head, my kids, and the woman.
Okay, so that represents your family.
Yeah.
Now where is that stated for the Is that something?
It's just
that's something you made up, right?
Yeah, that's me.
All right, give me Proverbs chapter 3, and I believe it's verse 6. Because what we got to understand, a lot of times when it comes to stuff, we don't understand. Matter of fact, hold it. John 4:22. We don't understand why we do the things that we do. We don't understand why we do the things that we do. And that's why we out here to show our people, because a lot of stuff we've been doing is because we've seen it somewhere.
Right.
We learned it from the other nations. And a lot of times our brothers get into Egyptology and all this stuff. Why? Because they know Egypt was a powerhouse before and it was black people. But it wasn't us.
That's right.
It wasn't us. We're not supposed to be doing these things.
Right.
We are at the bottom of society is because we went off and sacrificed unto devils.
Bring it out. Right.
Sacrificed unto their other gods. Because that chain represents another god. That's not our God. But we don't even know who the black man God is.
That's right.
But we're going to show you today. Read what you got.
John chapter 4 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
Ye worship, ye know not what.
You see that? A lot of times our people worship stuff from what they sing, what they may believe, what they think, from YouTube, or even to the point of how they feel if they want something to represent. Like you said, it represents your family, your wife, and staying together and stuff like that.
Actually, this uncle came from a dead partners of mine.
It came from a dead partner of yours? Okay. And a lot of times our people do that too. That's why we wear t-shirts with our dead homies on it and something happened and stuff like that. A lot of times we do that because we're going off how we feel at that moment, and then we just carry on with it. But that's the thing. It's this. Read it again.
Ye worship, ye know not what.
And so we worship these things, and we don't know the true meaning behind it. It may look good on us, or it makes us feel good, so we just run with it. But that actually represents another God. We're going to show you what the Bible says about wearing God of another chain and so on and so forth. It's a form of idolatry.
Right.
Give me you can drop that. Give me Isaiah. Give me Isaiah. No, we can go to Habakkuk. Give me Habakkuk. You know what I want. Because what we have to do, we got to get back to keeping the commandments of God.
That's right.
We lost our heritage. So because we lost our heritage, pick up on everybody else's. Pick up on everybody else's, right? What profit or purpose does it have in a graven image that a man has made? That's the question the Bible is asking. What profit does the cross chain? What profit does any type of form of idolatry, simple as the what profit is it? Right? Read.
That the maker thereof hath graven it.
It said that the maker thereof hath graven it. Why? Because somebody had made that chain, right? It was made, Rick.
The molten image and a teacher of lies.
You see that? It's a teacher of lies. All this other stuff that's outside the Bible is a form of idolatry.
Right.
It has nothing to do with your people.
That's right.
It has nothing to do with your family, your race, your heritage. It has nothing to do with that. So we should not be dabbling ourselves with that type of thing.
That's right. The maker of his work trusted therein.
You see that? So who made that, they trusted in that. Because what they do, they put diamonds on it. They put it in gold plated, silver, nickel, whatever it is, so it'll look good and entice the eyes of our people. That's what they do, Rick.
To make dumb idols.
You see that? To make what?
Dumb idols.
The cross is what?
Dumb idols.
The is what?
Dumb idols.
See that? Right. The Bible saying these things are dumb idols. It never, you can look it up, it never had nothing to do with the Israelites.
Right.
It never had nothing to do with the Israelites. Give me Isaiah. Yeah, keep going, Spartan.
Verse 19. Woe unto him that saith to the wood.
You see that? It says, woe unto him that saith to what?
The wood, awake. To the dumb stone, arise. It shall teach.
It says, woe to him that say to the wood. Why? Because back then they was making stuff out of wood. They was making stuff out of stone, granite, all type of stuff. Nowadays we we do crystals, diamonds, all type of stuff today. Why? Because it's more technology. But it says, woe. An old term for woe means destruction.
Teacher.
It means destruction. And we may think something as simple as wearing a chain can cause us destruction. But it can't. Read on.
Bring it out. It is laid over with gold and silver.
It is what?
Laid over with gold and silver.
And that's what they did back then. They made these idols and they laid over with gold and silver. Now they put diamonds in it. Read.
And there is no breath at all in the midst of it.
You see that? And there's no breath. Why would it say there's no breath? Because they treated it as a god. They treated it as if it was a live human being that they was worshiping. That goes into idol worship, right? That's why the Bible, or when you read the commandments, it talks about thou shalt have no other gods before me. You would think that, well, how could this, just a chain, how could that set up for my destruction? Why? Because it goes into idolatry.
Right.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is